There was concerns about things like toxicity in these birds. Also, starvation was a concern, and infectious diseases. And all those three things could lead to a large number of animals dying.
57 ducks and geese are found dead in this park. The official explanation is that they died from cold exposure and starvation.
Yeah, so when I opened the ducks, they had no body fat, and also their breast muscle was severely atrophied, so they'd lost a large amount of muscle mass. And then finally, they had very little food in their stomach and intestines. And one of the birds had indication of impaction of its intestine with really dense, fibrous food material. And to me, that tells me that bird wasn't able to access its ideal food types, so it was eating things that it normally wouldn't eat, probably out of desperation.
Dr. Rothenberger conducted the autopsies on 3 of the ducks and explains while 57 dead ducks and geese sounds like a lot, the sad reality is it's not that uncommon.
We often see animals that don't have access to adequate food resources, especially with a period of really cold weather or deep snow. So in a variety of species, this isn't really unusual to see.
But before you go thinking there's something you could or should do to help, maybe buying a bird feeder or dropping some breadcrumbs for birds or ducks the next time you see them, or maybe giving them a little bit of your granola bar or something, don't, because you could actually be making things worse for them.
What it does is it aggregates animals in large groups, which can help with infectious disease spread and outbreaks of disease. So in general, feeding is not advised. And the other part of that is often people will feed things that's not nutritionally ideal for the birds. So people think of throwing breadcrumbs, for example, but the bread can expand and actually choke off their gastrointestinal tracts as an example of a sort of fatal outcome of that.
Even though initial tests didn't suggest the birds had been poisoned, more work needs to be done.
So what I'm looking for is microscopic signs of disease. For example, if there's bacteria, I can actually see the bacteria in the tissues and pus. I'm not expecting to see that in this case, but it's just part of doing a thorough workup and being really confident in the diagnosis that these ducks died of starvation and not some other cause.
A sad reminder of just how dangerous Canadian winters are, not only for humans, but also for wildlife. In Calgary, Jonathan Muma, City News.